welcome back to my channel. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Geralda. I make videos all about goal setting, productivity, and procrastination. So if that's the type of content you love to consume, then don't forget to subscribe, and let's get on with this video because it's going to be a long one. So we are getting closer and closer to the end of this year. We're going to be entering, by the time you're watching this, we have already entered the fourth quarter of the year, meaning the last quarter of the year, and the last quarter of the year meaning that we have at least 3 months, October, November, October, November, December, yeah, we have 3 months left of the year, meaning we have about 90 days left until we finish off 2025 and we are full swing into 2026. So I figured that in this video we will talk about what we can do right now to prep for this month, because it's still very early. We still have time to prep. What we can do to prep for these last 90 days and make as much progress as we can with our goals, and how we can plan all this out, right? How can we actually achieve consistency? How can we actually achieve our goals? How can we actually get to where we want to be? If you have done nothing so far this entire year, don't you worry, because it never means that it's too late. It's literally never too late to start. It's never too late to try. It's never too late to make progress in your life. Even if it is the last 3 months of this year, you're better off making as much progress as you can in the last 3 months than just allowing those last 3 months to go to waste just to start fresh on the new year. Like, no. Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna begin, and I'm going to give you everything you need in order to achieve that. And how I'm going to give you everything that you need is, so I typically get articles pertaining to like goal setting and like discipline, like news articles sent, like Google alerts basically, to my email. And sometimes I'll check it to see if I get some sort of like inspiration to make a video or not. And that is kind of how I pull my material from. It's like Reddit pages, these articles, watching videos online, reading books, like things in my real life that just inspire me, and I'm like, I need to make a video on that. So this is one of those things where I found a news article talking about the last quarter of the year for nonprofit organizations, and I will link the article down below if you're interested to see it. And I'll probably post like a little picture of it here. But I read through that article, and even though it was targeted towards people who have a nonprofit organization and talking about like data tracking, I thought there's still, like, the fact that they can run a non-organization, they have to keep on top of it. They have to keep tabs on it. So it's like, why can I not do the same thing but keep track of my own self? Like, be my own business, be somebody who keeps track of my habits and tracks my progress towards my goals. Like, all of this, we can literally turn anything and everything into inspiration, anything and everything as motivation, or we can relate to things if you really dig deep. So I took that article, I took the notes from it, and actually switched it around to relate to us who are on our mission to become successful in our life and achieve our goals. So that is what we're going to do today. Okay, I'm going to use that article as our inspiration, and I'm going to give you guys literally the how-tos. Okay, I'm not going to give you the whats, I'm not going to give you the whys. I'm literally going to tell you how you're going to get all this done and give you real life solutions. Okay, because in this channel I love to give the hows and the whats and the whys. I love giving you guys like the whole, like, step by step. I love giving you the rundown of how we're actually going to get this done. So the first thing is, number one, start with the end in mind. So this is something that they wrote in the article. Start with the end in mind. Okay, so we want to know what we're working towards, essentially, right? Where do we actually want to end up, and why is this important? Okay, why should we need to know what the end look like? looks like. Because before you go in and start like switching everything up in your routine, you need to know what are you working for, like what exactly are you switching up, what exactly do you need to change. Like all of this requires reflection. So for example, for me, wanting to become a full-time content creator, there's certain habits that I have, there's certain routines that I have that are currently not in place that's helping me achieve that. So what do I need to do? I need to sit and I need to reflect on, okay, what do I want my end goal to look like? What does a full-time content creator look to me? Because it could look different from me to you to the person to a different person. Like we all want different things when it comes from content creation. Like I would be so comfortably making $10,000 a month, not needing to have like millions of followers, not needing to have millions of fans or whatever, or millions of brand deals. Like I would be more than comfortable to have a little space in the corner in content creation and just be happy with that. But some people aren't. Some people want to be able to go on red carpets and go to like all of these events where all of these really big name influencers are at, which I don't really want to be all of that. I just want to be able to have content creation as my full-time job and be happy that I have people online who watch me. Like that would make me really happy. So we need to specify what the end looks like in our mind. Put a word to it, put a phrase, put a picture, write all this down in a journal. Because this is so important, because before you start switching things up, like how are you gonna know like what you're gonna be working towards if you don't even know what you want in the end? So if you're asking yourself right now, like what do I want in the end, and you're coming up blanks and you're putting question marks on your journal, then this is a really important step. What do you actually want? It's this huge ask. It could literally be anything. Don't even think about, oh my god, is this too big? Oh my god, is this good? Like, is this impossible to do? Like, don't even think about that. Just write down what exactly do you want and start with the end result first before you start switching all this up, right? So what does this do? It gives you clarity. Okay, so defining what you want in the end defines the habits and the strategies you need to track your progress and define your structure. So when you understand what you want in the end, then you understand also what habits you need to have in order to accomplish that. You start to know, okay, what strategies do I need to implement in order to have those things? Because all of this is so important. So if you're wanting to work out and lose weight, then, and the structure that you have right now is not going to the gym, not meal prepping, and you want to lose 50 pounds, then you know that the structure and the routine needs to change to reflect that end result. So you have to define what you want so that it can give you clarity. Clarity is so important because clarity gives you clarity on data. So data, what is data? Data means what we know is currently happening. Okay, it is the facts, it is the numbers, it is showing us on paper what we know is happening. For example, if you have been working out 5 days out of the week for an entire month, and you've been meal prepping, and all you've lost was, and you have not lost any weight, then that's data. That we know what's happening is that you're doing all this work and it's still not, your strategy, your routine, your structure is not helping you lose the weight that you want. So it's like, okay, so clearly this isn't working. What do I need to do to make it work? And then that's how you switch your strategy around. So it's so important to keep track of your data. So data allows us to know what is happening in the real time. Are you actually meeting the milestones that give you that signal that you're on track to accomplishing your goals, or are you not? It gives you, so not only does it give you clarity on data, it also gives you clarity on your structure. So what is structure, right? Structure, we hear it all the time. So structure means what are the things, people, objects that are supporting your progress. So for example, structure could be the alarm being set off at 5 a.m. every single day. Meaning that you get up at 5 in the morning and your alarm clocks supports you getting up at 5 a.m. because it goes off every single morning. Well, if you set it for every single morning, it allows you to get up at 5 a.m. every single morning. Without it, you might sleep in. You're not going to get up exactly at 5 a.m. You might sleep in and get up at 5:10 or 5:30 or 6 or whatever, right? The alarm supports your progress. Think of like people. Who is there to keep you accountable? Are they supporting you in your progress towards buying a home, losing the weight, having that business? Like, who is supporting you? Who is supporting that structure in your everyday life? It could also be literally anything that helps you support your structure and allows you to get what you need done. That is all important. So it gives you clarity on that, and it's so important to know what is helping you and what is keeping you back. For example, the alarm could be super helpful because you can actually get up, but then the alarm clock is also right next to Instagram, and so you're really inclined to click on Instagram, and then there goes your entire morning. I mean, you going on Instagram, is that supporting your goals of going to the gym or making a business or studying? Like, is Instagram supporting your progress? Obviously not, right? So we gotta look at our structure, we gotta look at the data, okay? What is helping us, what isn't? And those two coincide. Those two co-parent, those two are side by side, okay? We need to have our data, and we need to have our structure, and we need to have clarity. And that all starts when you know what you want in the end, and then we can fix all of that together. But like I said, this type of clarity is essential because you need to know what things are relevant if you need to kind of reconfigure your structure. You need to recustomize it that better fits your needs in the end. So we're gonna keep on going. So number 2, meet the data where it is. It won't be perfect. Perfection is obviously not the goal. Progress is. We want to make progress on our goal. And what does progress look like? It means that the numbers are going down. It means the numbers are going up. It means we're saving more. It means we're losing our weight. It means that we're gaining followers. Like, whatever you want, progress is there to show you that you're making it, that you're achieving it. So you want to... So when you're redefining your structure, when you're fixing up your daily routine, consider your bandwidths and your capabilities. What are you capable of doing right now? Are you able to go to the gym 5 days out of the week? Are you capable of running a 6-figure business out of your home? Like, how much can you really handle in one day? Are you able to handle it all? And it's okay if the answer is no. It just means that we need to put less on our plate and just work on one thing at a time. It is completely fine, but you need to understand what are your capabilities and how much can you actually handle. So your solutions should fit the current resources that you have, while also remaining scalable if you grow. For example, if you have a partner, if you have kids with a partner, if you have kids and your partner is super uber duper like dependent, that you can depend on them, they're super reliable, they can be the ones to help you pick up some of the chores that you have to do, take the kids to the soccer games and pick them up from after school, just so you can have just a little bit more time to be able to work on your goals. And then those are the resources that you currently have. However, if you don't have that currently and all of it kind of falls on you, then the less resources that you have, and you don't really have a village to kind of help you pick up some of the slack, or you just don't have the money to be able to hire a babysitter or hire someone to help you come clean, then those are resources that you currently don't have, which means it doesn't mean that you may not have them in the future, but it just means that you currently don't have them right now. So you have to work with what you got. What can you do currently? How can you structure your day to help support you, not only not to burn out, but to get everything that you need done? So for example, for me, my job, the resources that I do have is my job. I'm off in the summers, I have winter break, I have Thanksgiving break, like I have a lot of breaks. And thankfully I have a babysitter. So if I need days where I need to focus a lot on my goals, then I could just drop them off to my babysitter. And those are just the resources that I have. But I also don't have like a professional cleaner coming and cleaning my home every day. Like those are things that I have to take care of. But I understand that the resources that I do have allow me to get what I need done, and I structure my day so I can have that freedom to be able to make progress on my goals. For example, I get up at 5 a.m. in the morning because I know I have to be the one to get the kids up, get them ready, get them breakfast. Like I know I have to do all those things, and so I know what I have to do, how I structure my days. I have to get up an hour before they do, to an hour and a half before they do, so that I can get myself ready before I can get them ready. Because if we're all getting up at the same time and I'm trying to get myself ready, my kids ready, and make breakfast, like it's just not going to happen. It's so much more easier for me to get up, get what I need done, and then when it's time for me to take care of them, I have the capabilities to do all that. So you need to structure your day in a way that you know what you're capable of doing, you know how much you can handle, and you know what resources you have. But also not running your resources dry, so that when you have a chance to grow, when that business takes off, when you are just in the grind of losing all this weight, like you have more room to grow. You are able to scale it out even further by not just putting more stuff on your plate just because you have time for it. Like having time to rest is so important as much as it is to take action. Alrighty, so we are 18 minutes in and we're only halfway through our bullet points. So if you need a little bit of a break, please do so now, because we still have like three more bullet points to get to. Okay, so number three. So number three is to align your development with your timeline early and often. What's it mean? It means that you need to have regular meetings with yourself. You need to have regular check-ins. You need to check in with yourself as often and as early as possible. As early meaning you're not checking in with yourself literally a month later and seeing if you've made any progress. Like, no, you're checking in with yourself on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, and as often as you possibly can. So in the article, it talks about how the finance and I think it's like product development or something like that, they work together, and it's very important to have meetings with both of them, because it's better for them to communicate and both be on the same page about things, so that the numbers don't look different on both ends. So it's so much more better for you to have weekly meetings with, or it's better for you to have regular meetings with both of these departments, just so everyone's on the same page. So same thing with you. You need to have weekly meetings with yourself to make sure that you're still on the same page of how much weight you need to lose, of how you're feeling, of is this actually making sense for you? Is this actually the life that you want to live? Like, you need to have these questions for yourself, and you need to prioritize alignment with your growth too, to the timeline that you want to achieve this goal. It is super important to do this for accountability. More than anything, it's for accountability. Are you actually checking those boxes off? Are you actually showing up? Are you actually showing up to your appointment? I love using this analogy where I say, you don't call the doctor's office to make an appointment when you know you're not going to show up. Like, why are you writing in your planner that you're going to go to the gym at 5 o'clock when you aren't actually going to do that? Like, why make the appointment if you know you're not going to show up? Like, there's an intention. There has to be an intention there when you plan of you showing up, because if not, what the heck are you doing? Like, you're just wasting everybody's time, yourself, your inner self, your future self. Like, you're disappointing all these people by making plans that you don't even plan on actually doing. So it is really important for you to show up regularly on these meetings and asking yourself, like, how did this week go? Was this a good week? Was this a bad week? What can I do differently for the following week? What should I continue on the following week? All of this shows for accountability. So check in with yourself regularly, and it's so important to make these appointments now with yourself, so you know, so that you can just already have them squared away and they're already set in your planner. Okay, when you go to make plans with somebody, you'll see it in your calendar that Friday at 7 p.m. you already have a meeting set up with your own self to review how the week went. Or Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Or Sunday morning at 10 a.m. you have set out a calendar event that you're going to be reviewing your week, and that you cannot make any plans. You cannot cancel it. Okay? So number 4, systemize with intention. So efficiency is key when you have multiple things going on in your life. So create clear processes on how you're going to stay on top of everything. So it's so important for you to write down your daily morning routine, your daily night routine, your laundry routine, your workout routine. It's so important to have all of these clear processes on how you're going to stay on top of everything. How is your daily calendar going to look like? How is your monthly calendar going to look like? How is your daily routine going to look like? I want you to write it down as if you're writing it for somebody else, as if someone else is going to take over your current life and do the exact steps that you're doing. Like, if you were to give the instructions of what your daily life looks like to somebody else, do you think they would be able to follow exactly what you have written down, or how you do things every single day? Would they be able to follow the instructions on there and get it done as efficient as you can, as you want it to be done? This is so important for yourself, because sometimes we do forget. Sometimes we're just going on and on and on in life that we just forget. We're like, oh, what was that thing again? What did I have to do? Like, how do I do this? Like, it just relieves so much of that mental load when you have everything written down and you're like, okay, I know what I need to do on Monday. Like, I have it all written down here. I know when is laundry. I know when how I'm going to market this. I know my strategy on this. Like, all of this is so important. Write a guideline for yourself on how you're going to keep up with everything and how you're going to get everything done. Alrighty, guys, so we are nearing to the end. I hope you guys are still here and you're really liking this video. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be a long one. So if you guys have been liking this video already, don't forget to subscribe and like and follow me on all my social media. I am at Geralda Silva. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with the last step to this video. So number 5, document everything. So to ensure consistency, write down your routines, your appointments, your to-do list. That way, like I said, you aren't just relying on your brain, you're not relying on yourself. Something else is holding all of that important information, and it's off of your brain. You're not having to think, oh my god, am I missing something? Like, I feel like I feel like I had to do something and I can't remember. Like, I'm pretty sure we've all had those moments, because I know I have, where it's like, oh my God, I know I needed to do something, but what was that? Or you walk into a room, you're like, what the heck did I needed to do? Like, I completely forgot. It's like off of my brain, and it's like really freaking annoying when that happens. So to be more efficient, right? Because that's not being efficient at all. To be more efficient, write everything down, write all these key important things down onto paper so that your systems are sustainable and not just dependent on your brain alone. So in that article, what they said was that they wanted the nonprofit people to write down exactly how you to track your data and how to enter data, so that whenever you get a new hire in, you have all of that ready to go for them, and they could just hit the ball running, and it won't stunt the growth. If anything, it'll just help push more growth. So we want to be able to do that for ourselves. We don't want to stunt our growth by being like, oh, how do we do this again? How do we do this again? How am I going to do this? By wasting our time having to train ourselves all over again on how we're going to get stuff done. We have it all written down, and all you have to do is just go in, read it, do it, and then off you go. You know, it doesn't stunt it, it doesn't hurt it, and ensures that it's going to be sustainable for a really long time because you have it all down. So with this being said, you need to keep track of your calendar. Keep track of your calendar, your planner, your notebook, or notes app, wherever you write things down. You need to keep track of this. You need to be looking at it on a daily, you need to be looking at it on a monthly, weekly, yearly level. Like, you need to keep track of these things, because if you're not, then all you're doing again is just stunting your growth. You're not allowing yourself to be consistent, and you're not taking accountability. Because when you turn the other way to what's written down, the more likely you're not going to do it, the more likely that you're just going to forget, and you're not going to take care of it. You're not going to do anything about it because it's not right in front of you. When it's in front of you and you see it there on paper, it kind of gives you like this little bit of an anxiety of like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. And when you turn a blind eye to it, you're just doing the whole like out of sight, out of mind thing. So put it in front of you, check it on a daily, and let's just get stuff done, okay? We want to be able to rock this last quarter and literally make so much progress that it's gonna be insane, okay? Just imagine yourself 3 months from now and you're literally looking amazing. Your finances are up. You've finally paid down that goddamn debt. Are making progress towards making a lot of money online, like whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Imagine that happening 3 months from now, okay? Imagine entering January 2026 being able to fit in those jeans and that dress, having money in the bank account, not having to rely on a work paycheck only, that you have a good side business going on. Like, just imagine the possibilities. And that's only in 3 months work. 3 months work. That's all I'm asking for. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and please like, so I know to make more videos like this. Please let me know if you enjoyed the whole article situation, like the new format on how I did this. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.